that he had video footage. He also claimed to have the real Kim Porter memoir.
The judge has denied bail for Sean Diddy Combs. Of course, this was the hip-hop mogul's latest bid for freedom as he remains in federal jail for his racketeering and sex trafficking case.
Sean Diddy Combs, the notorious hip-hop mogul, is once again in the spotlight, this time due to a series of serious allegations that have sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. His recent legal troubles, which include federal charges of racketeering and sex trafficking, have been compounded by the sudden disappearance of Aaron Hall, a key figure in the ongoing lawsuits. Hall, a former R&B singer and founding member of the group Guy, has vanished without a trace, just as his name surfaced in a high-profile lawsuit involving both Hall and Combs. The case claims misconduct dating back to the early 1990s, and Hall's disappearance has...
It's a legitimate concern. No judge wants to wake up and read the headlines the next day, oh, they treated this guy special and they gave him bond, and now he's gone and he fled from justice. So that's what's in the back of most judges' minds. On the other hand, we deal with cases where clients have significant funds sometimes. Sometimes where there's money, you can craft a unique solution. Years ago, it was the ankle bracelet and the ankle monitor.
Appearance has only fueled suspicions about the web of connections surrounding Combs. The story unfolds like a courtroom thriller, with twists that seem almost too unbelievable to be true. Hall's sudden absence has added an additional layer of intrigue to an already controversial lawsuit filed by Lisa Gardner, who accuses Hall and Combs of disturbing behavior after an industry event hosted by MCA Records. Gardner's claims paint a harrowing picture of betrayal and abuse, and the fact that Hall is nowhere to be found has thrown a wrench into the legal proceedings. Despite exhaustive efforts to locate him, from California to Ohio, Hall has remained elusive, leaving legal teams at a loss for how to proceed. With each failed attempt to reach him, the mystery deepens, and Lisa Gardner's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, has now requested the court's permission to serve Hall with legal papers through newspaper publications, as all other methods have been exhausted. This is an extraordinary move, but one that may be the only way forward. Meanwhile, the speculation continues. Could Hall be hiding abroad, perhaps in a remote villa in Europe or a secluded beach in the Caribbean? No one knows for sure. As the search for Hall continues, rumors swirl about the possibility of other celebrities linked to Diddy quietly preparing to distance themselves from the growing scandal. According
to me, that with all the money he has and all the resources he has, he couldn't craft some solution that lets him be under some form of house arrest. And again, it sounds like special treatment, but the truth of the matter is, to incarcerate somebody like him is expensive to all of us. We're taxpayers, and he's got to have unique situations. You can't put him in general population where, everyone wants a piece of him and everyone wants to be his friend and everyone...
quietly preparing to distance themselves from the growing scandal. According to Hollywood insiders, private jets have been chartered, luxury properties sold, and overseas bank accounts accessed. The fear of reputational damage is palpable, and many of Diddy's high-profile connections are bracing for the fallout that could destroy careers and legacies. The so-called Diddy list has become the focus of much of this speculation. This rumored document allegedly lists celebrities who have attended Diddy's infamous parties, gatherings that are said to push the boundaries of excess and secrecy. Names like Jay-Z, Beyoncé, Usher, Ashton Kutcher, and Leonardo DiCaprio have been mentioned, although no wrongdoing has been directly tied to them. Nevertheless, the mere association with Diddy has already sparked controversy, much like the infamous guest lists that surfaced in the wake of the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. As more and more names are added to the list, the speculation only intensifies. But the Diddy list is not the only piece of this puzzle. Leaked
investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly.
Leaked tapes and resurfaced interviews have added even more fuel to the fire. Former associates of Diddy have come forward, suggesting that the parties Diddy hosted may have involved questionable and unethical behavior. Former bodyguard Roger Bonds has stated that he would testify against Diddy if subpoenaed, and others have hinted at inappropriate activities that were allegedly filmed without the knowledge of the participants. These claims have only heightened the tension surrounding the case, and it's becoming increasingly clear that this is a much deeper issue than just one man's alleged misconduct.
Will be sued, and I say will be because nothing has been filed yet, by at least 120 people in the next 30 days. So,
becoming increasingly clear that this is a much deeper issue than just one man's alleged misconduct. In the face of all this, Diddy's legal team has vehemently denied the accusations, calling them a money grab and alleging that the claims are fabricated and opportunistic. But with so many lawsuits piling up and more accusers coming forward, it's becoming increasingly difficult for Combs to dismiss the allegations as baseless. As the investigation continues, the parallels between this case and the Epstein scandal become harder to ignore. Just like
crazy, like I said before, they said that 2,300 people reached out to the law firm, and out of the 2,300 people, I guess they decided to go with just a little over 100, which seems like it's they just put out the number and everybody's calling to see if they can get a check.
It's insane. It's insane. Now, again, he did say that nothing has been filed yet because he says he wants to make sure that they do their due diligence and get this right.
Case and the Epstein scandal become harder to ignore. Just like Epstein, Diddy's vast network of powerful associates is now under scrutiny, with questions about who knew what and when growing louder every day. Will Diddy face the same kind of reckoning that Epstein did? Or will the entertainment industry continue to sweep these types of scandals under the rug? Only time will tell. One thing is for certain, this story is far from over. With new revelations coming to light every day and the public's appetite for answers growing stronger, the entertainment world is...
If they did in fact occur, their argument is more than likely going to be that this activity was consensual, that this person was a willing participant, and not only that, but that these individuals assumed the risk of being present at those parties, of engaging and voluntarily engaging in the sexual conduct and being in those spaces, consuming drugs, consuming alcohol, and things like that.
Answers growing stronger, the entertainment world is watching closely. Could there be more charges in the works? Is the Diddy list a genuine document, or just another internet rumor? And how deep does the connection between Diddy and his inner circle really go? As the investigation unfolds, we'll be keeping a close eye on the story, because, in the world of celebrity scandals, the truth has a way. The legal saga surrounding Sean Diddy Combs is causing a stir, drawing parallels to other infamous scandals, most notably that of Jeffrey Epstein. In the latest developments, Combs is facing a complex mix of serious charges,
still pretty
including
early in the proceedings. I think it's only been about a month or a month and a half since he's been arraigned and held in detention. And so the investigations are always going to be a continuous and ongoing process. I'm sure at this point there's been an exchange of discovery. And not only that, but I think there's been a gag order placed on the attorneys with information that they can and cannot share.
In the latest developments, Combs is facing a complex mix of serious charges, including racketeering and sex trafficking, and his attempt to secure bail has been denied. However, the situation has taken a strange twist involving the disappearance of Aaron Hall, an R&B singer and founding member of the group Guy, who is a key figure in a lawsuit against Combs and Hall. The mysterious disappearance of Aaron Hall. Hall's sudden vanishing is raising questions. He is central to a high-profile case filed by Lisa Gardner, who alleges misconduct by both Hall and Diddy dating back to the early 1990s. After attending an MCA Records event, Gardner and a friend were allegedly invited back to Hall's apartment, where things turned sinister. The lawsuit paints a picture of betrayal and trauma. Despite exhaustive efforts to locate him, Hall has eluded authorities, with investigators tracking down various potential addresses in California and Ohio, but to no avail. As the search continues, Hall's disappearance fuels speculation that he may be deliberately avoiding the legal consequences, possibly even fleeing abroad. Gardner's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, is now seeking permission from the court to serve Hall with legal documents through public newspaper notices, an extraordinary step that highlights the difficulty in reaching him. The Diddy list and Hollywood scrutiny. Amidst the unfolding drama,
we are not done, and that Combs did not do this alone. Do you foresee that there could be other charges related to this case?
I'm not taking anything off the table.
Amidst the unfolding drama, rumors about the so-called Diddy list are adding another layer of intrigue. This is a rumored compilation of celebrities, politicians, and influencers allegedly connected to Diddy's world, similar to the infamous Epstein Black Book of Associates. The list is said to include high-profile names like Jay-Z, Beyoncé, Ashton Kutcher, Usher, and others, though no wrongdoing has been confirmed. The mere mention of these names in connection with Diddy's scandal is enough to spark intense public interest and scrutiny, despite the lack of direct evidence tying them to any alleged misconduct. Allegations of hidden tapes and surreptitious recordings. In addition to the list, the idea that Diddy's gatherings were secretly filmed is also gaining traction. It's been reported that some of these parties were filmed without the knowledge of attendees, and that tapes are allegedly being shopped around Hollywood. These tapes, especially those linked to parties in Diddy's former Atlanta home, could prove crucial in the ongoing investigations, adding even more fuel to the speculation. Connect.
Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes.
Yes.
The shopping thing is
yes,
new.
there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
Connections and allegations of abuse. The drama isn't confined to just legal battles. Former associates of Diddy are starting to speak out. One notable figure, Freddie P., who appeared on Diddy's Making the Band show, mentioned in an interview that he witnessed unsettling behavior and described it as not normal. Additionally, former bodyguard Roger Bonds has expressed his willingness to testify against Diddy, further deepening the pressure on the mogul as investigations widen. What happens next? The legal battles for Diddy are ongoing, and it's clear that the stakes are high. Many are drawing comparisons between his case and Epstein's, especially in terms of the way powerful figures seem to have a network of enablers around them. This has sparked
There was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping.
But that spread speculation about who else could be implicated in the scandal. While Diddy's defense team dismisses the accusations, calling them baseless and opportunistic, the sheer number of lawsuits and accusers makes it increasingly difficult for the public to view them as mere fabrications. The entertainment industry, like the political world in the Epstein scandal, may be facing a reckoning. The industry reckoning. As more accusers come forward, the public's hunger for accountability grows. The entertainment industry, particularly its elite circles, has long been known for its ties to power, influence, and questionable behavior. These allegations are...
I mean, that fact in of itself is a big deal, because when you're talking about going back in time and talking about these allegations from other alleged victims, you know, there's not a lot of police reports, but you guys actually have one. And is that going to be revealed? Are we going to be able to see it?
Yes, as soon as I file my lawsuit in civil court, I will be attaching the criminal complaint.
And behavior. These allegations are forcing the industry to confront uncomfortable truths. Will Diddy's case result in real change, or will it be swept under the rug, like many scandals before it? The parallels to Epstein are undeniable, and the ongoing investigation is just the beginning. As more names, evidence, and potentially damaging tapes surface, the mystery surrounding Aaron Hall's disappearance may be just the tip of the iceberg. This complex web of allegations and intrigue way of coming out eventually.
Because my next guest just testified before a federal grand jury. He says he was in possession of a trove of digital evidence from Diddy's freak-offs and parties.